Hi, everybody. Welcome to Talk Show with Erin. I am your host, Erin Rachel Doppel. This episode is in partnership with the Wise Woman podcast. Everything we share here is rooted in Eastern ritual, Western psychology, so you can heal, align, and grow. These couple episodes are all about doing the thing you need to do to make your dreams a reality. So what is the actual action that needs to occur for you to make your dreams a reality? I am so excited to be present with all of you. Let's dive in. To get the most out of this episode, it is going to be of highest good if you watched our previous episode all about Snapshot manifestation and soul time. That is essentially pre-work to dive into today. Today we are talking about the law of massive aligned action. I love how that sounds. So the law of massive aligned action. Listen, I've heard people talk about massive action before and alignment before and like using metaphysical practices and psychological practices to make massive impact on the world. This specific formula, which I essentially created a framework all around the success that I've seen for myself and hundreds of my clients. And it's rooted in this law of massive aligned action. And there's a lot of different elements here. There's subconscious reprogramming. It's clarity on what you actually desire, clarity on what needs to happen for you to make your dreams a reality. So here is the pre-work. 1, you got to know yourself. So if you are somebody who typically gets really excited about something and you buy all the equipment or you invest in all the programs or you buy the new outfit, like whatever it is that you do when you get excited and then you pull back before the finish line. If you are somebody who maybe has a past of self-sabotaging yourself, or pulling back when the pressure gets too intense. If you are somebody who stops even before starting, you need to know your pitfalls. So the way the law of massive aligned action works is that you have to be truthful with yourself. So if you are somebody who typically pulls back a little bit before you get to the finish line, now is a really good time for you to consider accountability. Who is on your team, who's going to be there with you throughout the journey. I know that's why so many of my clients have hired me in the past to be their guide. And I know there's so many amazing courses out there. Like let's say, for example, you decided 2023 was the year that you were going to have a dedicated meditation practice because you desire to feel calm, centered, and present, because you desire to emotionally regulate your system, because you desire to feel better. Right? Heal some anxiety, heal some sadness. You buy the yoga outfit, you buy the meditation pillow, you buy the yoga mat. And then when it comes to actually showing up, you pull back a little bit. There is a conversation here about us feeling safe. There's a lot, actually, a whole new episode probably dedicated to it. How we feel safe and what keeps us small. Because it's good to feel safe. It's good to be comfortable. I just ask that if you are going to move into the law of massive aligned action, that you know that about yourself. You may want to hire somebody to support you with accountability. You may want to start what I call an inner guru circle. So an inner guru circle is a bunch of people that are on a similar path as you who desire a group of, usually it's a community that has the same goals as you as well. So if you can be held in a community that is going to inspire you to stay consistent with your desires, your habits, your rituals, and your dreams. Just know that about yourself. Know your pitfalls. So that's number 1. 2, can you decide right now that you are going to make your dreams a reality? We talked about this a little bit in the previous episode. You have to be an active participant in your own life. You have to be an active participant in your own life. Can you decide right now that you are going to take action on your deepest desires and dreams? So take a moment. The third and final one is that feeling state of alignment. So what feels true for you, what feels of highest good for you, that feeling state you have when you know you are going to hang out with a group of friends that you love being around versus that feeling state of hanging out with people that are not necessarily your cup of tea. So that's one good way to decipher what alignment feels in your body. Know your pitfalls. Decide now and know the feeling state of alignment in your body. That's your pre-work. So in your pre-work, it is also of highest good if you are clear on your I am statements. So we talked about your I am statements in a previous episode. So that is what you are embodying to move forward on your deepest desires and dreams. So for example, I desire to be an internationally recognized best-selling author. So my I am statements are, I am an internationally recognized best-selling author. So make sure you have your I am statements ready. Pause the video, pause the audio, and make sure you have everything written down as we move into the law of massive aligned action. Divine. So if you are here up to this point, you know your pitfalls, you've done your pre-work, you know your I am statements. This is the law of massive aligned action. The law of massive aligned action goes as follows. When you wake up in the morning and you get out of bed and you move throughout your day, you are going to say your I am statements first thing in the morning. So what I do is I say my I am statements as I'm brushing my teeth. I have them written down in my own handwriting, and they are taped to my bathroom mirror, and I read my I am statements as I am brushing my teeth. I usually go through them a couple times, and it feels so good to hear my I am statements first thing in the morning. You are right when you wake up and right before you go to sleep, you are more susceptible to suggestion. So it's a really sacred time to dive into these types of practices. So number one, when you wake up in the morning, you say your I am statements. Number two, you take the aligned action needed, which is soul time. Soul time is a very sacred practice. It is a specific amount of time that's going to look different for every single person. Soul time is a non-negotiable amount of time. That is your commitment to yourself. That is your commitment to God as you understand it. Your soul time is sacred. You do not mess around with what is sacred. So you show up for your soul time, which is an action aligned to your I am statements, aligned to your deepest desires and dreams, aligned to your snapshot manifestation. So again, please reference our earlier video to get clear on what soul time can look like for you. So continuing with my example of I desire to be an internationally recognized best-selling author, my soul time is sitting down and writing. So I write for 35 minutes every single day. I'm actually editing and writing and a combination of that. 35 minutes, it's a digestible amount of time for me given my current day-to-day schedule. As always, that can shift over time. Your soul time will always shift based on what the deepest desire and dream is in that present moment. So number two, soul time, non-negotiable amount of time where you take the aligned action needed on your deepest desires and dreams. And then number three, as you are falling asleep, as your eyes are closing and you are drifting into sleep, you have two options here. One, you can come back into your I am statements. So all of your I am statements, everything that you are calling in for yourself, everything that you embody. Or option two, your snapshot manifestation. Again, listen to our previous episode to learn more about snapshot manifestation. As you are falling asleep, you are visualizing your I am statements or your snapshot manifestation. You are embodying it. You are feeling it in the essence of your being. When you are falling asleep, so this is a practice by Dr. Wayne Dyer. He talks about it in his book, Wishes Fulfilled. When you are falling asleep, you are sharing messages with your subconscious mind. So it's as if you are telling yourself a story, you are singing yourself a lullaby. And when you share it with active thought in IRL, it then gets seeped into your subconscious mind in your dream state. So we're talking different brain waves that are consuming the feeling states, the I am statements, the visualization of everything that you are calling in for yourself. You will see that the law of massive aligned action has this marriage of both, this subconscious reprogramming, this repetitive mantra of I am. So I am statements, and I teach this in so many different ways. So I am statements can be understood as mantra, which is really well known in the East. Also as words of positive affirmations. So the science of happiness, which I speak about the science of happiness all around the world. I am statements are one way to share positive mantra with yourself, positive affirmations with self. So we have our I am statements first thing in the morning. We have our actual action, the actual thing that you will do in the physical world to make your dreams a reality. That's the thing that I've had so many people come to me that say, Erin, I manifest all the time. I'm so clear on my manifestations. I have a dedicated manifestation ceremony, ritual, habit, practice. And yet, nothing's happening. The thing about manifestation is you have to be so moved by your message, so moved by your vision, that it propels you into the needed aligned action. So you need to have that marriage of both, the highest dream for yourself, and then the action that needs to take place day in and day out, because how you spend your days is how you spend your life. If you've been in my world forever, you know I say that all the time. How you spend your days is how you spend your life. So if you want to be known as a mindful person, today's a great day to start a mindfulness practice. If you want to be known as a best-selling author, today's a great day to start writing that book. If you want to be known as a wonderful mother, father, parent, today is a wonderful day to show up for your children, show up for your nieces and nephews, show up for your cousins, show up for the children in your life. Be the caregiver. If you want to be known as that safe, compassionate, inspiring space, today's a really good day to check in with your loved ones and say, hey, I'm here for you if you want to connect, or I would love to know what you are working on in the new year, or how I can support you. How you spend your days is how you spend your life. Soul time is a tangible, happening in real time, scheduled amount of time. I always recommend choosing a smaller period of time rather than a longer period of time, so that you can really get the dedicated habit, the dedicated ritual into practice, into your body. So yes, manifest. And then step 2 is take the aligned action. So I am statements, first thing in the morning, reprogramming the subconscious mind, embodying what it is that you desire for thyself. 2, soul time. You do the actual action. And the last one, as you are falling asleep, as you are drifting off, you are either back in your I am statements, or you are sitting in your snapshot manifestation and allowing that story to unfold in the best way possible. That is how I teach the law of massive aligned action. I would love to hear from you how this feels in your body, what this looks like for you. Please, I'm so excited about Talk Show with Erin. Head to the comments section. Let me know what your I am statements are. Let me know what your action is that you are doing for your soul time in the exact amount of time you have chosen for your soul time. And then I would love to hear if you are going to do snapshot manifestation or I am statements again as you are falling asleep at night. Thank you all so much for being here. If you are listening to this on the Wise Woman podcast, please share with anyone that is really looking to make their dreams a reality this year. Please leave us a review. Please leave us 5 stars if this aligns with you. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, please share with anyone, and please subscribe. It ranks us higher, and then we get to share this wisdom with so many people who need it. all over the world. Thank you all so much for being here. Have the best day ever. It was so wonderful being present with all of you, and feel good until next time.